three reasons we went public. The first one was that we wanted to have the credibility that a public quote can give you. Our business deals with many large organisations, either as partners, customers or suppliers, and to be quoted on a stock exchange allows us to sit at the table in discussions with these people and be viewed in a different way. The second reason was obviously we are a business that requires funding at this point, equity funding, and raising that equity funding through a public market was the way we chose to go. The third reason was that if you've got publicly traded shares, it allows you to encourage your employees to be involved in equity in a meaningful way through the use of options. Yeah, I think the reaction has been extremely positive. We're very fortunate. We have some very supportive shareholders who've continued to support us recently. Actually, we did a further fundraising just over 2 weeks ago and raised £40 million. So I think the investor appetite for what we're doing is good. In terms of customers and suppliers, very positive reaction. Since we IPO'd the business, we've entered into a number of pretty significant relationships, and that's been very, very helpful for the development of the business. In terms of employees, I think they think it's excellent. It means we've got money in the bank to develop the business. They are receiving share options, and they enjoy the fact that we're a listed company and the excitement that sometimes comes with that. That's an interesting question. I think the first thing is make sure you understand how much work you will have to do. And I'm sure everybody will answer that question in the same way. It is significant, and if you have experienced people in your business who have been through the process before, you'll know what to expect. If you haven't, my suggestion would be make sure that you bring in some outside help to help you with it, because otherwise you'll find it very difficult. I think a few other pointers would be to make sure that you're prepared for what you're doing. Deal with it as you would many other transactions. Talk to various advisors. Pick the ones you can get on with and assemble your team. And then be very clear about what you want in terms of timetable, what you want in terms of the amount raised, how you want to go about it, what your pre-money valuation ideas look like. Be quite clear about those at the beginning. Don't wait until the end. And then the final point for me would be make sure at early days you speak to your advisors and understand with them what warranties and indemnities they're going to want from you as a management team. Because there's nothing worse than getting 3/4 of the way through the process and then being shocked and surprised by that. The European Union, and perhaps people outside the European Union as well, need to try and ensure that they minimise bureaucracy and regulation. It's easy to say and very difficult to do, I understand that. But as a small business, we struggle sometimes with all of the requirements that are placed upon us. And that doesn't help small businesses become medium-sized businesses and then large businesses.